to recreate a website on the HighLevel Builder. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with HighLevel, it is the white label SaaS platform that we use inside of our program, among many other tools. But this is really important to figure out an easy way to do this duplication or recreation process, because if you're trying to figure out how to make the onboarding process super simple for your clients, one of the best ways is to get them set up on the system. SaaS is a beautiful, beautiful business opportunity because and we know this as business owners. I want to say hello to Floyd and Maria and Picardo. I know that you guys are serious business owners, and you know that it is such a pain to have to switch platforms. And if you're a business owner and you're not very techy, the whole thing can be crazy overwhelming. So if an agency owner can come in and say, hey, look, we have this great system. We can help you streamline your communications. We can help you with your reputation management. We can help you with all these things. And we're actually just going to migrate your system over to us. Now, granted, this can be a lot of work if you make it. But if you create this duplicatable system, okay, which is what we're doing now, right? Last week we talked about how to create a website template that's kind of universal. So you already have a lot of the panels and things that you need to create a website. And that's actually what we're doing this week, is recreating. This is an actual client that I'm recreating their website. They did give me permission to talk about this, but so we're recreating this website on HighLevel from the previous platform. Okay, so you can see when comparing, like here is the homepage here. First of all, it does this funky like redirect thing, which is really weird. But this is the original website. So what we're doing is we're just simplifying the information and condensing it and making it more streamlined. I think this is a much better, once the Google account's going to be connected, this will show up all of their Google reviews. And that's a widget that we have inside of the platform right now. They're using a free widget. So we definitely want to eliminate that, right? So we've already created the home page. We've already created the services page. We did that yesterday. So just to refresh your memory, I did swap out the image here just to make it different. And then we have our call to action to get started, but we need the about page. So we're going to recreate the about page. And tomorrow we're going to create the refill and transfer page. And this is going to be very, very simple to do. And we're just going to use a form. Okay. So if you look at their original setup, if you click refill, all this is just a standard page with a contact form that has all the questions that they need. Okay. So that's all we're going to do. But the beautiful part is when you're using this system, what you can, when they fill out the form, you can actually have it print a fax on their fax machine, because almost every Bluetooth and probably every Bluetooth fax machine or printer has an email address, so you could forward it to that. But the beautiful thing also, that's the system they have now. But the beautiful thing also is that when they fill out this form, their information goes into our CRM in HighLevel, and now we have their contact info that we can retarget them with follow-up, campaigns. We can notify them of, it's not just about the marketing aspect, but we can actually use this as a process in the business to set up, when someone submits a refill request, and we create a stage in the pipeline. And then maybe once that gets verified to the pharmacist, then it goes to another stage. Then when it goes to the delivery aspect, we can have it trigger a text message to say, hey, you have a delivery for services today. So there's so many things that we can offer them. It's not just about web design. It's about providing a solution to a problem. And I guarantee a lot of small business owners, they have problems. So if you ask them what their problems are, then you want to position your business as the solution. Okay. So if this client tells me, hey, we're just the communication, we're kind of all over the place. We have all these different systems. How can we streamline that? Well, one great way is to do what I just said, build out that pipeline that actually tracks the different stages that each prescription is in. That way, you're following up with the patient and letting them know. It's kind of like when you order a pizza at Domino's, right? It's nice to get that text message saying, "Hey, your delivery driver's on the way," and that's what we want to provide. It's great customer service, but also we want to have the website work for the client so that it's saving them time and money. Okay, if you are a solution to your client, they will stay with you forever. So let's get them onboarded. Let's find easy ways of duplicating the system so that it saves us as the agency owner a lot of time, which translates into money, but also it creates that stickiness so that they are not wanting to leave next month or the month after that, right? So this is how I literally, you guys, I have a 95% retention rate with clients and within the membership program. And it's just because we provide massive value, but it's all about when you provide that level of training or you just make things easy for people, this is how they're going to get onboarded and stay. Okay. Any business expert will tell you that, that you need to make sure that you are creating that stickiness. Okay. So being able to recreate their website, that would, to the business owner, they're hearing thousands of dollars and a lot of extra time and work. But if you're like, look, we're just going to do this complimentary to get you onboarded, we're going to create the system. If you know the system, it's going to take you maybe a few hours. Okay. So a few hours of time to have, basically a lifetime customer for 300 to whatever you want to charge. Okay. So anyway, that's my speech on why I wanted to do this training and why this is so important. Okay. So let's go to the About Us page. And this is what we're going to recreate, but you can see it's really simple. I mean, this will be a pretty quick training today. Okay. So let's go back to our main page. Let me close out some of these tabs. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is, since that was kind of similar to this, I'm just going to duplicate. Okay. So I'm going to just completely, I want to completely copy this page. So I'm going to click here and then I'm going to go to clone. All right. And I'm going to clone this page in the website. So now we have our cloned page. And the first thing I like to do is change the name so that I know which page this is and I don't edit the wrong one. So I'm going to say about, we'll say about here and update. Now, I do want to make sure that the URL is the same, just in case they have any other, in case they're sharing this exact link somewhere. I want to make sure it's the same. And when I go to their current website, it actually says about -us. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. That way we can eliminate a lot of broken links. Okay, so I'm going to say about us. Okay. So now I'm going to click here to edit our page. And I'm just going to change this to say about. And let's see, we'll go back here and let's go ahead and just add this section here. So we'll just say copy and paste about ND Scripts Pharmacy. Let's tell a little story here. Which, FYI, if you guys are in the Indianapolis area, this is a great pharmacy. I actually worked with the owner, and he is actually one of the most inspirational people I've ever met in my life. So he actually inspired me to even go down this route. So I do a lot of things just out of the goodness of my own heart. Okay, so now we need this image here, so I'm going to go ahead and save this image. Or actually, let's copy and let's go back to Canva. And remember, we talked about the image sizes. So this is the exact size we use. And in case you missed the training yesterday, this is 700 by 500. So I'm going to go ahead and click Control V to paste. And I'm going to stretch this out. I'm going to delete this so we can get this image size and make sure that everything is the same size. And I'm going to download. We'll choose JPEG for a smaller size. And let's go back to our website and we're going to click here and that's fine. And let's go ahead and upload the image. Oh, actually it was already there. So let's give it a name for SEO purposes. So we will just say ND Scripts pharmacist. Okay. And let's double click, and now we have our image. And since this is the beautiful thing about starting from like a kind of universal template that we created last week, which again, you guys have all in your account, because I don't need to like create the banner size. I don't need to recreate this header. I don't need to like do a lot of extra work because it's already done. Like you see, I mean, we're almost done with this page at this point. Okay, so let's go back here. So now we need, it looks like a panel that has 4 different sections to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is delete, and let's just delete this whole area. And let's click here and add 4 columns. Now we have those, and let's see. So we have an image, and then we have a title, and then we have some content. So let's go ahead and add, actually, instead of an image, let's use an icon. And remember, we talked about this too, how I love, when possible, to use an icon instead of an image because it's really easy to change the color. I don't have to like go find the image, change the color, download as an image, and then add to the website. Plus, it makes your website a lot lighter, so it loads faster. Okay. So this, I'm just going to delete the text, and then I'm going to go look for the icon here, and let's look for phone. Okay, so we find a phone, so that looks good. We'll just use that, and of course we want the icon to be our branded color, so we're going to choose the red. And of course, now we need a title here. So I'm going to choose the subtitle. And let's see, go back here. And we need some paragraph text. So I'm going to click here and add the paragraph text. Okay. So this here just says phone. So I'm just going to click Control-C to copy, come back here and paste phone just because I'm too lazy to type out phone. And let's go ahead and grab the phone number here. And let's go ahead and click Control-V to paste. Okay, so let's save. All right, so I think that looks pretty good, but let's make this icon a little bit bigger. So we're going to go to Desktop, make that bigger. Maybe we want to make this just a little bit bigger as well. Let's say 20. Maybe we want to add some margin maybe here. So we'll just go up 5. Maybe we want to add some margin here just to add a little bit of space. And I definitely want to do like to keep the style here. So what I want to do is make sure to put a border around here. Okay, now if I do a border around these different elements, it's just going to be around the element. But if I do it around this purple column, then it creates kind of like a box, okay? But if I decided to do this blue section here, then it would put it around here like we have this whole section. So maybe I don't remember what the border is and how I did that. So what you could do is click here and go to advanced, and you can see it's full border, solid. It's 2 pixels wide, and then it's this gray color and no radius. Okay, so let's go back here and let's go to advanced, and we have full border and it's solid, and we need that gray color, no radius. Okay, so now we have our box, and if we click out of there, you can see that it is congruent with the style. Okay, but now that the border's on there, I feel like we need more space at the top. So I'm going to go here, and this is where the fun design part that I really like to do. So I'm going to click here, and I want to add 15 at the bottom because I added 15 to the top. And let's see, that looks much better. Okay, so now that we have all this, of course, before we duplicate items, we want to check the mobile view. So we need this to be bigger. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's maybe say 50. And we could have, let's do 25. And let's make this 20. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. So let's go back here now and save. And let's go ahead and duplicate this because we do not want to have to recreate that every single time. So we're going to duplicate again, and let's go ahead and delete these. Okay, easy peasy. Okay, so now we have the fax number. So let's go back here, and we're going to type in, or copy rather, fax. And we're going to take the phone number and we're going to copy this. And oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's save and get rid of that. And then we're going to paste the fax number and save. And now we have the address. Actually, let's change the icon first. So let's try fax. Okay, cool. So they already have an icon, convenient. Okay, so now we have this one here, the address, and make it bold. And let's change this icon. And let's do like map. Okay, there we go, address. And let's copy and paste the address. And back here, and copy and paste. And now we have one more. So we have email. Paste there, make that bold. And we're going to copy the email. Now, I really don't like displaying the email like that. It does invite some spam. So that's something that you want to consider and maybe advise them on. To make sure that we have the same height, I'm just going to add a space here because we have 2 lines of text here. So we want to make sure that we have enough space, okay? We could also, I really don't like the email to be on 2 lines. So what we could do is just reduce here. Oops. Let's go back up to 20. We could reduce this here and make it to where it's on 1 line. So that would be 16. So let's make this 16 as well. And we'll make this 16 and remove that space. Okay, and then this, we'll remove the space and make it 16 as well. Okay, there we go. And since we made changes, let's go back here and make sure that this all looks good. Okay, cool. So now save. All right, so now if we look at our page, the next thing is we actually have this whole panel here and we have a map. Okay, so typically you have to use like an iframe or something like that, but of course, since HighLevel's amazing, they make it super easy for us. So what we're gonna do is just go to one column and click on add element, and there we go. We already have that there. So I'm just gonna drag in the map. And when you click on the map, it's gonna ask you where you want it to go. So I'm gonna open up the search box here and I'm just gonna enter in the address of IndyScripts Pharmacy. So I'm just gonna copy and I'm gonna paste here. And it comes up because it's Google, and I'm gonna say yes. And then now we have the map to their location. Super simple. Now, if we did want this to be a different color background, what we need to do is just go to section, we'll add section, full width, and we can actually drag this down here. So it's on this section here. And we can click in the background and change this color. We don't have it added yet, so let's go to Canva, because you know, if you've seen any videos, you know that I love Canva and I always store my branded colors for myself and clients there to make it easy because I always know where they're at. So I'm going to add that color now, and I do think that this is kind of big. You can adjust the zoom here. You can also make it like terrain, or you can make it satellite, or you could do like this hybrid option there if you want to. Let's just go back to roadmap. And we could zoom in and out if we want to. Let's go ahead and just do maybe this, just to show like what side of town it's on. And we could also adjust this here. So maybe I want this to be like 450 and then maybe 200, just to make it not so large. We could also add, if you want to make the marker or the branded color, which I highly suggest to keep the congruency. You can also, if you wanted to hide this on desktop or mobile, if you don't really like the way that it looks. Let's go back here and see. It actually looks pretty good, but if you wanted to create maybe a different one that looked better on mobile, like maybe a skinnier version or more zoomed in, all you would need to do is just duplicate this, create the whichever one you want, hide one of them on desktop, hide the other on mobile, and then now you can have your own version of the map there, okay? So looks like we have that there. And then we have another panel down here and the footer. But we actually already have this panel here. Now I did want to show you too, I'm actually going to save this as a global element. And I'm going to call it call to action. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to put this on every page. And I also do not want to have to update this on every page. I don't want to have to, if they tell me, hey, at the bottom of the website, can we change this and do this? Or can we, whatever. I don't want to have to risk having a page that's not changed. And again, it's all about, as the agency owner, we're trying to save ourselves some time, okay? Or even if this is your own business website, you just want to save yourself time when you're making updates, and you don't want to have to risk having broken links or, things missing. So I'm going to click save now. And let's see, it's 2:21, so it's good time for us to tackle this footer here. Okay, now, this is a global footer. Okay, and we created this last week. So when I update this is the beautiful part about that. When I update it, it will update all the footers on all the other pages. I only have to do this one time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this logo first. And let's bring in the IndieScripts Pharmacy logo. It is kind of dark and it's kind of small, but that's okay. I still want to keep this color. So I'm just going to make it a little bit larger. Let's adjust the height some since we made it. All right, so we're just going to do that until we get the look that we like. Let me click out of there. Okay, pretty good. And let's go ahead and say IndieScripts Pharmacy, and delete and save and save. Okay, so if we're looking at our menu here, they have their social media icons. We could go up here and actually duplicate this whole area here. So let's duplicate. And when you duplicate it, it is not a global element anymore. So that's really cool. So let's actually, we can drag this. Oops, wrong one. We can actually drag this all the way down. And this is the easiest way. So you guys may have other ways of doing things, but I just love to duplicate and drag. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to take this. Actually, I'm kind of liking just this simple. I think what we should do, and sorry you guys, but I feel like we don't really need this, and I feel like we don't need this at all. I think that this is good enough. Because we have our call to action here. And I'm thinking, just to let you in on my logic here, I'm thinking if we're keeping in mind the customer journey of this page, okay, so they're scrolling down, they've clicked on here, we have our refill and transfer, which is our main call to action, and they scroll down here and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, here's the information, okay, I can click here, but I think on this page, we need the different call to action. Okay, so I'm going to pause on that until we get our forms created. And then we'll come back. Okay, so, and this is something this is why I love doing this kind of thing live, because not everything is so cut and dry, right? So I'm creating this page and I'm just like, as I'm thinking about how this website is laid out, I just feel like there are better ways that we could be more converting. I don't think that we really need all of this stuff down here. So I definitely want to come back to that. All right. So now we have that created. Let's go back to our main website. Okay. And let's look at the home page here. Okay. So looks good. And let's look at this page here. Okay, looks good. Let's check out this page here. So we're getting the flow and the congruency. We need to swap out this image. So let's go back to the editor and let's go to Canva. And we have on these secondary pages, not the main homepage, I like to do 1,000 or 1,500 by 600. So let's look for another image there. I already have pharmacy family pulled up. So let's see. And I do, one of the important things about images is you have to think too about who is the clientele of this pharmacy. It's actually in a big a neighborhood with a lot of minorities. So if you put, you know, like a lot of white families. It's so weird to even talk about because I hate this conversation. But if you put a lot of like white families on a website where there's not a lot of white people, then it doesn't really hit home with people. Okay, we really want to hit them in the heart of every person, right? Because this is a pharmacy in that area. Okay, so we want them to know, like, hey, these are the people that we serve on a regular basis. Okay, so if I am, if we're looking at the market and there's a large Burmese population, which is just north of us, then I would probably want to consider adding a lot of Burmese people in the images of the website that I'm creating. Okay, so that is definitely something that you want to keep in mind when you're choosing the images. So maybe for this one, I want to add this image here. She looks very sympathetic talking to this lady here. So it kind of gives you like a warm, like helpful feel. So I think that's a good one. I'm going to download this image. I'm going to choose JPEG for the smaller file size. And let's go back here and I'm going to click here on the little gear box and scroll down to where it says background image. And there's our image there. So let's go ahead and drag it up. Oops, not that. Let's go ahead and drag it up there. And let's change the name. So we'll say Indianapolis Pharmacy. And okay. And let's double click. And now we have this nice image there that's a little bit different. Okay. I do think it would be cool if we had like some kind of a border around here, but I don't think that you can actually do that. I think you would have to, oh, we can put the border here. Okay, so let's go to full border and we did the 2, let's do the gray to remain consistent. We could let's click out of there. I don't like that. So let's go back and let's do no border. Okay, that looks better. No border. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there because really the next phase is creating the forms, and then the actual pages are going to be simple. All we're going to do is just duplicate this page and embed the form, and it's going to be the exact same page for refills as transfers. Okay, so I definitely want to show you how to do that tomorrow. It's super, super easy. You guys are going to totally love it, and I hope that you are learning something from this. But before I let you go today, I have a super important announcement that I am so did I say so excited to share with you. Okay. So if you go to myvisionagency.com and you scroll down here, you will see that we are partnered now with Genius Messenger CRM. So if you click there, if you don't know anything about Genius Messenger CRM, it is actually a CRM that uses your personal Facebook page messenger account as basically it turns it into a CRM. So you can create labels and all of that. It integrates with HighLevel. So this is incredible, incredible value. I'm so excited to be able to offer this to you guys. But if you go to the plans page, this is how you get access, okay? If you are a professional plan member, okay? Now, I know that we have changed the plans around a lot, so let me clarify. Basically, if you have access to these tools here, you also now already have access to Genius Messenger CRM. Okay, this is at no additional cost. This is totally free to you. So if you have Chirply, RoboContact, Link Wizard, and all of that, if you have that plan, you also have Genius Messenger CRM. Okay, now you will also notice if you scroll down here that I am now giving all of my HighLevel agency owners a professional plan. Okay, so if you use my affiliate link here to join HighLevel and create your own white label dashboard and all of that, you get everything that's in all of these plans. Okay, all of these plans, you get all of these tools if you use my link. All right, now I do want to say, just to clarify, because I know this will be a question that people get and they'll get confused. If you downgrade from the $297 or $497 plan on HighLevel and you're just on the $97 plan, you will not get to keep the professional plan. Okay, this is for if you are on that $97 plan, you actually get a free beginner plan here. Okay, so that does not include any of these other tools. You're going to get access to this plan here. Okay, but you definitely do get all of the other things. So you're going to get my snapshot, you're going to get the onboarding session, you're going to get the Zoom support and all of those things. Okay. So I just wanted to make that clear. And if you become a Tier 5 partner, you can also get a free beginner plan as well. Okay, so just wanted to make that clear and to let you know. So how do you get access? If you guys already have the plan, what you need to do is go into your dashboard here. Let me click out of there. Go into the dashboard and you're going to click on Tier 5, which I'm going to change this in a second to say Tier 5 and Genius Messenger CRM. And you will see that I have added this here. So what you need to do is you're going to click here to get access, and you'll see this little explainer video that the company created, and you just want to add that to Chrome. Okay, and then when you log in, it's going to be your account email, and it's going to be password 123456. Okay, if you have any issues at all, you can contact me down here. All right. So again, if you guys have any of those premium software tools, then you also now have access to Genius Messenger CRM. And for my HighLevel affiliates, the agency owners, you already have access to that as well. Okay, so when you get in there, you can create your account. Okay. Now, there's also something else that I wanted to tell you. If you are not a member yet and you're kind of on the fence trying to figure out if you're going to become a member, you can go here to the beginner plan and you can actually create a free trial for 30 days. Okay, so that free trial will allow you to dive into the dashboard. You know, you can go through the onboarding checklist. You can figure out if this is a good solution for you and your business. You know, I'm not a salesperson. I'm just a marketer. I just provide solutions. If it's not a solution for you, then great. If it is, awesome. So definitely check out the trial, see if it's for you. Maybe you even want to upgrade here. But again, I just want to meet you where you are with your business. Okay, so definitely check out Genius Messenger CRM. If you guys want to see any of the training that I have done on Genius Messenger, you can go up here to the benefits and you can go to Genius Messenger CRM and check out that training I did to do like a complete walkthrough and show everything that it does. Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow when we finish up this web design training series. And I will see you all then. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.